Hello everyone, welcome to this week's unboxing. This is the time of the week where I open up all of the boxes that have arrived in the last week and share with you the contents of, there's a mix here of both stuff that is being restocked as well as some peeks at some new stuff. Hello, hi everyone, thanks so much for joining. Good to see you here today. Hi Cindy, how are you? Yeah, so welcome, happy Tuesday. And before I start, hola, ¿cómo estás? Before I start opening boxes, let me share a couple of things that I just got listed up in the shop this morning. I've got some fabric for you that came in a couple weeks ago. I opened some fabric boxes and these beautiful prints were in there, but I don't think I actually got them on camera. So I wanted to give you a closer look. This is the, yay, so glad to be here live. It's good to have you here. Thank you for joining in. These are from Sevenberry. These are the heathered cotton prints, and it's a series with these beautiful little plus marks on it. This series makes a great blender fabric for quilts. It's really lovely for embroidery if you want just a little bit of something in your background, but that isn't going to take away from your embroidered piece. Hello, hi. This collection is really, really lovely for that. So it is in five different colors, I think. This one is called teal, even though it's kind of a blue, a light blue. There is denim. There's navy, which has been in the shop for a little while, and I actually didn't grab it off the shelf, but this is the denim. Denim and navy are really close. The denim is a little bit darker. The navy has a little bit more of the white heathering effect in there. There is a light pink, and there is a beautiful bright red. These, this whole collection works really nicely with all of the Japanese fabrics that I have in the shop from Sevenberry, both the Cassidy and the homespun. This is a done on a Dobby loom, I believe. It's got the, it's got that cool texture and feel to it. So these are all now up in the shop. There's also a brand new print from Cosmo of Mount Fuji. This is really sweet. This is a quilting cotton weight. Feels just like a quilting cotton. The print on the front, it's got this kind of beige on the back here. And so this is just a really sweet little print that you can add into your mix. So all of those bolts are now up in the shop, which is exciting. And I had some questions about the brand new felt that came in last week, and I got this up in the shop as well this morning. So you now have the 7 colors of polka dot felt. The polka dots on here are printed in white. They're 3 millimeters in width, and there's 4 millimeters of space between the polka dots. It comes in 7 colors: black, red, lilac, aquamarine, I think that's called. Maybe this is aquamarine. I don't know. I'm getting them confused. This is probably teal. Carnation and pink. And then there's also the metallic felts, which I have gold and silver at the moment. This is a really interesting feel to it. So it's this brushed metallic surface that's been bonded onto 100% merino wool felt. So the top, it's not quite as drapey as the other felts that I have because it does have the surface, but it is really, really shiny. So if you wanted to incorporate this into any of your felting projects to add a little bit of metallic pizzazz to it, I've got it in gold and in silver. The metallics do come in other colors, so if this is something you'd be interested in, send me a note. I always love getting suggestions from you guys of what you would like to see in the shop. It comes in pretty much like metallic. There's metallic red, pinks, blues, greens, all that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in metallic felt, let me know. I'd be happy to add more to it. I will not be adding the glitter felt because, little known fact, I despise glitter. I always have. It gets everywhere, and after I had kids, I came to dislike glitter even more. So, but I'm happy to stock the the metallics. Those are really fun. So let's dive in and start opening up some of these boxes. Hello everyone that has joined in the last few minutes. Thank you so much. It's good to have you here. I've got several boxes here today. Me too. I'm guessing that's to the glitter, that you also despise glitter. It just gets everywhere, absolutely everywhere, and you start finding it like months later. Drives me crazy. All right, so this box is from Lemon Looms, and these are Miranda's wonderful mending thimbles. There's a video in my, if you go into my YouTube, not YouTube, I lied, into the Instagram videos tab on my feed, I did a full review of these maybe like a year and a half ago, where I kind of showed you exactly how to use them. I'll try to remember to post that up on YouTube because I don't think I ever got it up there. But these are great. I love these thimbles. They're palm thimbles. She makes them out of leather. They're extremely soft. They're very comfortable. They have a nice big palm plate, so when you have it here, it gives you a really large surface to be able to push your needle or rest it on there if you do kind of that style of sashiko stitching. The thing that I really love about these thimbles and why I always rave about them is the way she designed them. It has this extra little flap of leather right here so that you can use these as a needle puller as well. So if you are putting your needle through a whole bunch of layers, it gets stuck, you need a little bit of extra traction to pull it through, you can take your thimble off, put your needle in between here, and then this works as a needle gripper to push it through. So these are back in stock. There's several colors. This is the moss, I believe. There's mustard. There should be the black is in here. Ooh, there's this pretty little pink color, which I think is new. I don't think I've had that one before. She makes these herself, so the colors will kind of change shipment to shipment because it kind of depends on what she's got available. So, so thanks, Miranda. That's exciting to have that there. This should be a piece of linen from my linen and Ada order from a couple weeks ago that is kind of dribbling in all the various pieces that were back ordered. This is a piece of 32 count linen, 28 count, I lied, of the hand-dyed Caribbean blue color. So this has been out of stock for a while, so it's nice to have some of that back. We'll get all of that. And as always, with all of these unboxing videos, I will, all the stuff that you're seeing here, I'm opening these boxes with you right now. So as soon as I'm done with the video, I'll go and I'll log them into my inventory system, so you'll see all of this stuff back in the shop within about half an hour or so, usually after these videos are live. So if you're watching this later on Instagram, or you're watching it on YouTube later, all this stuff is probably up listed already. All right, so this box is from Dropcloth Samplers, and it is a restock of several of Rebecca's samplers. The Schoolhouse sampler is back. I'm really looking forward to, I'm hoping to get some time this summer to work on this one because it's a lot of fun. She did a brand new creative bug class that goes with this sampler, so you can find, if you need some more guidance, you want to learn how to do the stitches with Rebecca, be sure to check out her classes on Creative Bug, and this one has a full class just on the Schoolhouse sampler. And in addition to Schoolhouse, there is the Pie sampler restock is in here. There are some color wheel samplers in here. There's Disco Nap, which was a lot of fun to do. I stitched that one a couple years ago. And I'm very excited because the brand new Yo-Yo sampler is in here. This is the one that Rebecca just released this week, I believe. I don't have the coordinating thread set, unfortunately, that she released with this, but I do have the sampler. So this works really well with rainbow colors. So if you have the color wheel, either Pearl Cotton or Cosmo set that I sell in the shop, this would work really well with that. This one is just, it's a lot of fun, and it's very, very beginner friendly. It's done with mostly running stitches, back stitches, so it's pretty easy to do, and it's very, very cute. It finishes at 9 inches, 9 by 11 inches, so it's one of her square samplers. So we've got a good restock from Dropcloth. And this box I am super excited to open with you because this is brand new stuff, a whole new supplier that I'm adding into the shop. And the best part is that I actually got all of these already listed up in the shop. If you haven't been to the shop in a little while, then be sure to click on, hey Miranda, I just opened your box. It just arrived. Here, Little Lemon Looms just logged on and joined us. So your thimbles are here. Thank you so much. Everything looks fantastic. Hey Muffy, how are you? All right. So what I was saying was that if you haven't been to the shop in a while, there's now a tab that's called Coming Soon. So as I am ordering stuff, if pictures are provided to me, then I'm trying to get the stuff listed in Coming Soon so that when the stuff actually arrives here in the shop, I just get to switch it over to new and it's available right away and you don't have to wait a long time in order to get the stuff that you're seeing here. So this box is from Ann Oliver of Lolli and Grace. And if you are not familiar with Ann's work, she does beautiful, beautiful embroidery patterns, both surface hand embroidery, and she does a lot of gorgeous wool embroidery patterns. So the exciting part about this new partnership with Ann is that I have both her kits, these wool embroidery kits, and good morning, Miss Claudia. These unboxings always literally give me life. So fun. Oh, you're so sweet, Muffy. Thank you. You're the sweetest. So I have both her kits and her PDF patterns. So if you you want to start stitching right away, there's now a growing selection of downloadable PDF patterns available in the shop. There are patterns in there right now from Little Deer, and now there's a whole selection of patterns from Lolli and Grace. Both her felt ornament patterns as well as several of her embroidery hoop patterns. Her One Meaningful Word, if you followed that series of hers, a couple of those patterns are on there. There's several. She's such a beautiful designer. I love, love, love her stuff. She uses bold, beautiful colors, and all her designs are just really inspirational and beautiful. So I'm really excited to be stocking her kits. So these are her actual kits. So you'll find, if you prefer just the PDF pattern, that's available in the shop. Or if you want a complete kit, I've got them for you here. So this is her blue-winged moth. And you can see that it includes all of the felt, the sequins, the thread, the needles, everything you need to make the moth is in here, including some of that fancy metallic felt is in here. She's got the pattern already printed for you in here with the full-size pattern pieces, so all you have to do is trace them out and start stitching. She also has great instructions on how to stitch these up. So let me show you what else is in here. We've got the blue moth. We have the pink version of the moth is in here. We've got several holiday kits. We've got this fawn and flowers. We've got a Jolly Santa in here. There is a Jolly Snowman. You know, it might seem a little weird at the beginning of summer, spring here to be pulling out Christmas stuff, or winter stuff, but if you are anything like me, this adorable polar bear, I never ever have time in the fall to work on holiday projects. So this is actually the time of year that I am thinking about holiday projects, so that they might actually be done in time for the holidays. There is this snowy cottage. I'm a sucker for a kit with everything included. Me too. Especially when she has such a beautiful eye for color, and she's coordinated all the colors for you already, so that you just get to sit and create, which is so much fun. So I totally agree with you. So okay, so there's a snowy cottage, and then there are a couple of these heart modern bouquet heart ornaments. It comes both in pink and in teal, and her kits are done so beautifully, so well organized and put together. and then there is the Heart of the Home ornament, and this kit actually gives you enough to make 2 ornaments. You get the pattern for both of these, and enough supplies in here to make them both. So if you have been curious about felt embroidery, playing around with felt, adding embellishments to it, these are great kits to experiment with all of that. So I'm very excited to be adding some great Lolli and Grace patterns and kits to the shop. All right, next up, we've got this big box over here. Hello everyone that has joined in recently. It's great to have you here. We've got lots of boxes this week. All right. I love these folks. They always send me a little treat with my orders, which is very sweet. And my kids love Oreos, so they greatly appreciate those. Okay, so here we've got some of the Beeswax Bliss thread conditioner. This is 100% natural beeswax, unscented. It's just great for conditioning thread if that's what you like doing. So we've got that. We have a restock of the floss keys, and these are the plastic floss bobbins that have the little slit in the top that allow you to put the number tag from your skein onto the top of the bobbin. That way you don't have to handwrite, and you remember what color thread you have. So there's a good restock of those. We've got the 11-inch Q-snaps that have been out for a while, so these are in here, which is exciting. We have the needle, the large needle tubes. As you can see, so on the website, the picture that goes with these tubes had caps in a rainbow assortment of colors. It's probably been about 2 years since I've gotten red, purple, and I forget which other color. So I have a ton of orange. I'm actually going to put a couple 10 packs that are just orange capped into the clearance section this week because I have so many of them. They just need to go. They work great. So if you don't mind too much about the color of your cap, that'll be a really good deal for you to snag them. But unfortunately, I don't get to choose which color caps come in. And there's been a whole heck of a lot of orange and not too many of the other colors. So I know folks write little notes and ask for specific colors, and I can't always do that. So I'm sorry about that. There are some of the butterfly scissors are in here. Lots more Q-snaps. And down at the very bottom here, we've got some linen. We have the charcoal basalt in 32 count, the pink splash in 32 count as well, and then we've got 20 count Ada in nougat, I believe this is, white and ivory. So that is what is in that box, and you'll see all that stuff come back in the shop very soon. All right. And here we've got some Sashiko supplies. A lot of Olympus stuff should be in here. One of the projects that I have on my to-do list for this summer is I'm going to be redoing my Sashiko Thread comparison kit chart because several new kinds of thread have come out since I last made that, and I want to add those in. So keep an eye out for that. I'll be updating that hopefully later on this summer. Nope, this is not the box that I thought I was opening. This is not the Sashiko supplies. I think the Sashiko supplies are down there. Well, there are some Sashiko in here, but there's a lot of other stuff in here as well. So we've got some restock of the Cosmo Hidamari thread. Sashiko thread is in here. Lots and lots of Cosmo floss. This is going to restock the Cosmo floss sets that have been out of stock for a bit. We've got some Cosmo Nishikiko, the metallic thread that I love is in here. We have some of the Sue Spargo drizzle pads are in here, along with some cross-stitch tape. What's in here? This is, oh, this is the seam fixer. So this is the combo tool. You've got a seam ripper and a stiletto in one tool, both with the rubber caps to keep you safe so you don't poke yourself. But also, if you've never used one of these little rubber honeycomb things, they work really well to get thread bits off when you've unpicked a seam and you get all those little tiny threads stuck in there. If you take this cap and you rub it over that, it'll help you get all those little thread bits off of your picked fabric. Here, I believe, is some of the unicorn, the Bowen unicorn scissors is what will be in here, I think. Yep. So much packaging. So what's in here? These are little unicorn scissors from Bowen. You've got the rainbow and the pink version. And then the bottom of this box is filled with the, oh, these are the thread organizers that I have been kind of raving about the last couple of weeks. So this is the thread box where I have moved all of my embroidery floss bobbins into the, I talked about this a lot a couple weeks ago, because this is a whole system. So there's empty trays that you can stack, that you can purchase separately, and they stack on top so that your thread box can grow with your thread collection. So I have the trays, but I was missing the complete box with the lid. So these are back. If you were waiting on these, you'll see those back momentarily. If you ever get boxes from me, you see, here's the Olympus box. You'll see that all of this packaging that you're seeing, all the bubble wrap, all that kind of stuff, I reuse all of that, and that's what I use for packaging your packages so that it doesn't go to waste. So hopefully when you receive it, then you can use it to pass on in your shipping. All right. So here we've got lots of fun stuff from Olympus to refill the wall behind me. We've got some of the Kogan pincushion kits. These kits have everything you need in them to make these adorable little pincushions. It's got the pattern, it's got the little wooden bowl, it's got the fabric, the thread, the needle, all of it's in there. It is all in Japanese, but it's very picture heavy, so it's very easy to figure out how to do these. We've got a restock of the brand new kits. I have one right here. So these are the brand new kits that Olympus just came out with. It includes the sampler along with smaller skeins of all of the new colors that they just came out with. So you can't purchase these small skeins, unfortunately. These are the ones that are the 100-meter skeins. So that's that 123 turquoise teal blue that is so pretty. So it's got the needle in here, the sampler, and all the thread that you need. These are their new designs that are a combination of hitomezashi, moyozashi, and kugurizashi. So you get to practice everything in of these. So you've got the stitch and weave, you've got the one stitch, and you've got the more traditional sashiko style. This is the only one that I had here in stock, the poinsettia, but in here we've got the cherry blossoms, we have the one called drop. Actually, I think all four are in here. So you should see these kits very, very soon. And I have them both as complete kits or just the sampler as well, if you would prefer to put your own colors in there and you don't really like doing the kit thing. We've got the extra fine marking pen. This is one of my favorite marking pens out there. It is a light blue color, it's a really fine tip, and it erases with water. Over time, as with any of these kind of water air erase pens, if you were to mark something and put that project aside for a few months and you come back, the markings are going to be gone. But normally it erases with water just fine. But I really like this one because it glides really nicely over fabric. The tip does. Are you going to get Olympus Daisy? I'm not sure which, is Daisy a color or a sampler? Let me know. I don't know of anything called Daisy right now. I know that they have just put out a whole bunch of new sampler designs that hopefully will be available to us here in the US very soon, within the next couple of months. They tend to, Olympus tends to release things in Japan first before they're released to the US distributor, so it takes a little while to get some of those brand new designs over here. If that's not what you're talking about, please feel free to clarify and let me know, and I'll see if I can find the answer for you. So yeah, so these are the extra fine, the sampler. Yeah, okay, so I will look it up. I don't have a sampler called Daisy, but I will look into it and see if I can find it. So these are, like I said, one of my favorite marking pens. It's called on the site Extra Fine Marking Pen, very creative name. All right, we've got some of the needle card holders. These are about the size of a credit card. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. And so I have these in blue, purple, green, and red, and they hold 6 needles. It's got a little hole in here, so you could attach a chain to it and attach it onto your project bag, your scissors, all that kind of stuff. You could put a little O-ring in there and attach it to your Sashiko threads. So these are just really cute ways to keep your needles organized and keep them on you. We've got a new Hitomezashi sampler that I'll be adding to the shop. This one is called Leaves, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It is a design full of these little leaves. And as with most all, actually, Hitomezashi designs, these designs look really intricate, but you don't stitch each individual leaf. These are always stitched where you do all of the horizontal lines, all of the vertical lines, and then the diagonal lines, and the design appears at the end. If you want to see more examples of that, of what I'm talking about, again, check out my, I've done a couple of reels on this, so you can see more clearly what I'm talking about when I go through that process. All right, and so here we've got a couple new colors of the Olympus Thin thread. This is one of the ones that is not on my Sashiko thread card because it came out after I had made that card already. So this is actually a really good deal. It looks to be one of the more expensive Sashiko threads, but it's because there's so much more thread in this little ball than is what's on the skeins. So the Olympus skeins, the regular size ones, there's 20 meters on there. There's 88 meters of thread on here. So so you get a lot of thread in this adorable little ball. Looks like a pearl cotton ball, so it's really easy to use. You don't have to braid it. You can just pull it straight off and start using it. It is one of the thinnest Sashiko threads out there. It's a little bit thinner than the Daruma and the Yakoda, but a little bit thicker than the Daruma home thread if you use that. So if you're looking for a really fine, thin Sashiko thread, the Olympus Thin is a really nice choice. So there's a couple new colors in here. And again, all of these that I'm showing right now, I did get listed in the coming soon packet, the coming soon section. So you will see all of these in the shop this afternoon, which is exciting. All right, and this is a restock of lots and lots and lots of Olympus samplers. So this is the example of the kit that I showed you a couple minutes ago. This is the sampler on its own. So if you just want to work on the sampler and pick your own colors, the samplers alone are available as well. All right, so that's what this box is lots and lots of Sashiko samplers. Give me 1 second, this box is super heavy. All right, and the final box for today. There are some more boxes that, according to tracking, should be arriving today, hopefully. One of them, I'm hoping, is the box from Maison Sajou in Paris with a restock of the thread holders and the needles and all that good stuff. The gauge guide that you include with orders is so helpful for those of us who can't shop in person. I am so glad that you are finding that helpful. Thank you. It's always good to hear. When is the next open studio? The next open studio is Saturday, May 21st from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I'm going to be talking more about this soon, but I'm actually working on, for the summer open studios, having other makers and folks come during the open studio, so they will be doing pop-ups. I have this really nice walkway right in front of the shop. They're going to be setting up tables, and so you'll be able to shop from other makers as well. If you're interested in being one of those makers, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd be happy to have you. But on Saturday, May 21st, Jessie Mathers from Evolution Physical Therapy is going to be here. I met Jessie about 10 years ago, I guess, when I was in a car accident, a head-on collision that left me with chronic back problems. And Jessie was the miracle worker PT that I found, and she was working at Duke at the time. She has helped myself and my husband through all sorts of things in the last 10 years, everything from when I broke my foot and messed up the tendons in my ankle from doing a half marathon. She has always got me moving. She is also who I've been seeing about the numbness in my hands and the carpal tunnel and all of that. So Jessie now has her own physical therapy practice here in the Triangle. She's located in Apex. She's going to be here on the 21st, and she's going to be doing 15-minute consultations with folks. There's going to be a sign-up sheet. You can sign up for a time period, and they're totally free. So if you just want to chat with her about some issue that you might be having, some pain, she also leads meditation retreats. She's just an all-around amazing human being. She's really passionate about working with makers. She herself is a maker. So she's really excited to come and offer some of her advice and services during the next open studio. So again, I'll be posting some more about that, but that will be happening on Saturday, May 21st. So I'll be excited to have Jessie here with us at the next open studio. So this box looks like an entire box, great for upcoming therapists. Yes. Jessie's a great, that's true. If you are thinking about wanting to go into physical therapy and you just want somebody to talk to, Jessie's a great person to talk to. So, so this box is, as you can see, chock full of Cosmo floss. I'm running really low on a lot of the Cosmo floss sets. So that's what my husband and daughters will be very busy making thread sets in the next couple of weeks. There's also, in here, I'm gonna start doing, if you've ever purchased the mystery floss set, where you just kind of get a random assortment of Cosmo floss, I've kind of done those helter-skelter. As the orders come in, I just kind of pluck colors. I'm a little bit more organized, and I actually purchased a set, color set for those mystery floss sets. So that's what's in here as well. The mystery floss sets are a free, not prize, reward, I guess is the word, with the Maker's Perks program. So if you ever want to trade in your points for one of the free mystery floss sets, you can do that. If you're not familiar with the Maker's Perks program, that is the, how do you get that mystery floss set? If you type mystery into the search box, at snugglymonkey.com, you'll see two listings come up. One is the mystery floss set, the Cosmo mystery floss set, and the other is a mystery box, where you get a box full of goodies, of stuff that I have around here. I've got a couple of mystery boxes put together right now that are always a lot of fun to kind of put together. So the mystery floss, the mystery box is also one of the rewards that you can trade points in for. But you earn points for all sorts of things. Every purchase that you make in the shop, for every $1 you spend, you earn 3 points. And then you can also earn points for things like following Snuggly Monkey on Instagram, following on Facebook, sharing about us on your social media. Um, you can earn points for your birthday. If you put your birthday into the system, you will get a nice little bundle of points on your birthday. And starting last week, you can now earn 75 points for every review that you leave in the shop. So your time is valuable. I know it takes time to complete reviews. Reviews really, really help small businesses. It influences things like our Google search rankings, and also it just helps folks that may not be familiar with Snuggly Monkey. It helps them feel more comfortable shopping with an online store that they don't know. So reviews are really, really, really important for small businesses. So I value your time, and I appreciate that you take the time to write those reviews. So anytime that you write a review and you're logged into your shop account, you will get 75 points for that review. And I'm grateful, and I thank you for that. Do you ever have any demo videos for those third hand clamps on the wall behind you? Never sure if I'm using mine as intended. I never have. I demo them. That's these here. I demo it in the Sashiko 101 class. But you're right, I should make a general demo video on how to use this. These appear in the, I believe, in the Sashiko thread braid video because I use them a lot for that. When I'm making Sashiko thread braids, I put the top of my loop in here. But yeah, I can definitely do a demo video on how to use those. Thank you, Miranda, for that suggestion. And I always, speaking of suggestions, if you have suggestions of demos you would like me to do, I love getting those ideas from you guys because sometimes I sit here and I'm completely stumped as to what in the world should I post. So thank you for that. Also, never ever be shy or afraid to give me a little nudge. If you see something in these videos and you don't find it in the shop, you haven't seen me post it yet, don't be shy. Feel free. Send me a nice little note saying, hey, is the new metallic felt up yet? Because sometimes that's just a little nudge I need to move that photo taking a little bit higher on my to-do list. So I always welcome your suggestions, your comments. And as I always say, please feel free to reach out via email. I'm much faster at responding to email. For some reason, my brain just has a block against direct messages. I'm not as great at replying to direct messages on Instagram for some reason. So anyway, there you go. Lots and lots and lots of fun stuff came in today. I will go get all of this stuff logged in to the inventory system. So within about half an hour or so, you will see it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to activate all of those coming soon listings and turn them into new listings. So you will be able to get to all of the Lolli and Grace ornament kits very, very soon. All of the PDF patterns are already up there. So if you want to take a browse at those, feel free. You receive the PDF pattern in your email right after purchase, so you can get stitching right away. Thank you for all that you do. It is my absolute pleasure. Thank you for being here. I really, really appreciate it. All right, folks, have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will hopefully see you again very soon. And I will be posting more about the upcoming Open Studio and Jessie coming to join us here. All right, folks, have a great week. I will see you later. Bye.